was saying, you don't trust me, Rocket?
With Groot? Flark no. I ain't putting his bark solely in your hands.
Your call, Peter.
You're just jealous my plan's better. You're green with envy.
I'm sure you make a great point, Gamora, but I gotta go with Rocket. For reasons.
Ha! Eat scut, Woberry.
And I mean, I know what I'm agreeing to, but just for everyone else, can you explain that again?
After we sell Groot, we sneak back in and use my tracking device to find him and bust him out.
Oh yeah, that. Easy peasy.
What could go wrong?
Name?
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Never heard of you.
Well, you do live on a mud ball in the middle of nowhere.
What's that?
What he means is you will have. We're huge in the Kree system.
What's in the box?
A rare creature, last of his kind, and all-around swell guy.
Looks like a bush.
It is a tree.
A talking tree. That's new. All right, get going. Before I change my mind. And if the lady don't like it, I'll be carting out what's left of you in that box.
Thanks, officer. Have a nice day.
Officer?
Whatever.
Not exactly an easy way out if this all goes to hell.
It's gonna go great. We got a killer monster and a solid plan.
The tree is no killer. We should be selling the angry rodent. Lady Hellbender will be displeased.
What? I'm supposed to be scared just because she's got hell in her name? She runs a glorified zoo.
That's no zoo.
It's a Flarkin army.
Any chance they're the zookeepers with guns?
I have never seen the Orthos tamed. I have seen one trample a man to pulp.
It's fine. Worst comes to worst, we hightail it for the Milano.
Unless she's got a fleet of Shi'ar dropships.
Yeah, like she's got a bunch of ships to take her old monster mash on tour.
I stand corrected. Those ain't Shi'ar.
Oh, come on.
Why did we not simply dock here and avoid the planet's inhospitable surface?
Great question.
Next time, I'm flying.
Indeed.
We needed time to iron out the plan. Now it's foolproof.
Lady Hellbender is no fool.
When her monster goes missing, she'll assume it was us.
Assume yes, but not no. Not chases across the galaxy level of no, at least.
Are you Flarkin kidding me? Look at this place! It'll take forever to find Groot after we sell him.
Peter Quill expects you to use your insect device.
Bug. What's the matter, Rocket? Getting cold feet?
No,
Relax, Rocket. We've got your tracker thing, right?
don't exactly draw us a map, Quill. It's more like a hot-warm sort of thing.
You mean hot-cold, right?
What?
The Galarian skull. That is truly a priceless trophy. Oh,
Woman with expensive tastes. That's good news for our deal. Come on, we're a team. We stick together. All for one and one for all.
That's surprisingly insightful. Did you just make that up?
Yep, just now. Totally off the top of my head.
And why aren't you in uniform?
...2020 was a great year for HomeKit. We saw a lot of great new features and new improvements that really take this platform to the next level. In addition, we saw a lot of great new HomeKit products come to market. Today, I'm going to give you my top 10 HomeKit products of the year. Let's do it. Welcome back, friends. As you can see, I have my tux on. I hope you're ready for a great show because this is going to be a good one. So 2020 was a tough year for most of us. I know personally it definitely was. But when it came to HomeKit, we saw some amazing accomplishments. With the brand new iOS 14 came a new redesign of the Home app that we've all now come to love, including that new visual status bar at the top that makes it so much easier to know what's going on with your home. In addition, the new Home app brought some new features like adaptive lighting and intercom, all while maintaining its easy use and privacy. And let's not forget about that new HomeKit hub in the HomePod Mini that now brings the entry level into HomeKit at only $99. In addition, we had a bunch of third-party manufacturers that are really making affordable HomeKit products at prices that we've never seen before, which I think now puts HomeKit in the same ballpark as other leading smart home platforms. So if you never thought HomeKit was in the smart home game, you better watch out now. So these are my top 10 HomeKit products of 2020. Not all these are native to HomeKit, and not all these are brand new in 2020. They're just new to me, and I've reviewed them in 2020. So without further ado, let's go ahead and check out number 10. Coming in at number 10 is the Lutron Cassette fan controller. And even if I was not in the HomeKit, this is probably one of the best fan controllers out there. But it does require a hub to get into HomeKit, which is no big deal, even though I don't like hubs, but it is a solid connection and I've never had issues. Let's jump into a couple scenes from the original video. Dumb fan does have to be hardwired to a hardwire switch, and that switch has to have a neutral wire. Like I mentioned before, I'm going to be taking this 3-gang box down to a 2-gang box. I'm going to have to do the dreaded drywall work. I hate drywall. Paul Peck, where are you? Now I'm going to go ahead and hook up the other switch. I'm actually going to be using a Lutron dimmer switch, which are awesome because it's one of the only dimmer switches out there available for HomeKit that doesn't require a neutral wire. Go back down, turn the power back on, and come up and test it out. Around like a medium. Super easy. You'll have 5 controls. You have high, medium, low, and off, which are the same controls in HomeKit. If you go into your Home app, you'll have to find the fan. Fortunately, the room didn't come over, even though the lights did. So once you find it, you'll have the same controls, same 5 controls, and you can control it from HomeKit, from Siri. And now it's time for my least favorite part. Now coming in at number 9 is the First Alert Safe and Sound carbon monoxide and smoke detector. You might be asking me what is so amazing about this. Yes, it is integrated within HomeKit, but what really makes this special is the AirPlay 2 support. Let's jump into a couple scenes from the original video. Now this is an intelligent smoke detector and carbon monoxide detector. It has a customizable night light, and as you can tell by the speaker grill, this has a built-in speaker, so you can play music through Lady A from Pandora, Amazon Music, Spotify, and any other Alexa services. But that's not where the fun stops. This now has AirPlay 2, which means that you can stream music from your iOS devices to all your AirPlay 2 speakers throughout the entire house. You can have your HomePods playing at the same time your smoke detectors are playing, while your Sonos speakers all playing the same music throughout the entire house.
We head for the sky, it's alright. Our wings wouldn't fly, it's alright. If we are crashing down again, pieces of love, it's alright. Scattered in mud, it's alright. You're giving me a lie again.
That was fast. You do get the alarm that goes off first, and maybe 10 seconds into it, it will announce where that smoke is coming from.
Evacuate. There's fire in kitchen. Evacuate.
Stop it! It's okay. It's not real. It's not real. Daddy's messing around.
Silence the alarm.
I did eventually.
And why aren't you in uniform?
За щастие, с Notino винаги ще направите правилния избор. Например, подаръците от лекост няма да разочароват. Сега и с много удивителни промоции и намаления. Notino.
Hey guys, it's Craig. The new Apple Watches are out and the holidays are approaching. If you're in the phone, but give you the tools to take care of your personal life and work life for communication, even checking emails, sending messages, really a lot of stuff you could do over cellular while leaving the iPhone at home. You think about it that way and you pay $10 to $15 a month to disconnect for your own mental health, to go on a hike or a walk without the phone there, and still have those tools that you need. That's definitely worth it to me. Now here are 10 things that you can do with the Apple Watch while on cellular and leaving your phone behind. Make sure to stay to the end. There's one big thing that's missing while on cellular that I think would make a huge difference. Number one, and probably the most important, is being able to make phone calls. Now you can make a phone call using the speaker that's built into the Apple Watch, or you can pair a set of Bluetooth headphones or AirPods to it and have a conversation that way. I found having AirPods in, the sound is great. I wouldn't be able to tell that I'm using a watch. Here's how you'd make a call. You have access to your favorites, recents, contacts, or you can use the keypad to dial in a phone number. Let me call my wife just to demonstrate.
Hello.
Hey, I'm recording a video and just needed to make a quick phone call with my Apple Watch.
Okay.
Hey, that's all. So I'll let you go. I'll talk.
Okay, love you.
Love you too. Bye.
Bye.
I was out on the hike with just the Apple Watch and some AirPods. Halfway through, my AirPods ended up dying. Well, my brother ended up calling me and we had a conversation. Since nobody was around, I don't want to be that person on speakerphone around other people. He didn't even realize I was just talking to him through the watch. And it sounded great. It wasn't annoying for either one of us. Just don't be that person who talks on speakerphone to your watch and annoys everybody else. Number 2 is music, radio, and podcast. For these, you are going to need a set of Bluetooth headphones. You can't listen to music using the speaker in the Apple Watch. You also can't use third-party services. Pretty much the only things you can do with an Apple Watch on cellular are Apple apps, but there are a lot of great tools, as you'll see. With the music app, you have the option to look for things within your library, check out your different playlist, or choose the Listen Now option. That's going to give you access to different things that you may have listened to, like my daughter's fart sounds and similar artists that she found funny. So you could grab your stations, or you can go through and look for some different things to listen to. With the radio, you're going to get your different stations here, and you're just different stations that you may listen to. You could browse some of the other stations or pick based on genre. With podcast, you can go through and see the different podcasts you subscribe to. Here is my buddy Ian Corzine, and now I could select my AirPods Pros. With the regular Apple Watch, you could download music and podcasts and leave your phone behind and play directly from the watch. I never download anything in advance, so having the flexibility with a cellular Apple Watch really is great, because who knows what I'm going to be doing through the day. I might go for a hike. I could just grab some music or a podcast. And number 3 is notifications. You'll get the notifications that you would normally get on your phone, but with a lot of them, you're not going to be able to respond to them. Now, things like messages and emails, you can respond to, which is really nice. So you can get a preview. If those things are there, respond, or get back to that computer to take care of some business. Number 4 is mail. If you get a notification that email comes through, you can open up the mail app, take a look at that email, choose to respond to it if you want, delete it. It's really easy to respond using dictation. Typing up an email to try this out over cellular with my Apple Watch, period. I find it's great for those emails that you have to respond to quickly, or maybe it's one of those ones that it's just a little short email, you answer it quickly and it's off your plate. Here's one that I'm sending to myself, typing up an email to try this out over cellular with my Apple Watch. Now I can send it, and it's off, and there's my mail. So if you do have to respond to mail, there it is, just came in. Dictating emails is very quick to do, and it's a great way to be able to respond while disconnecting from your phone. Number 5 is messages, and messages are great. You can send over cellular iMessages, SMS messages, and MMS messages. Really, to be able to dictate out a message quickly is very convenient. Hey honey, dictating a message to show how you can send text over cellular on the Apple Watch, period. Love you, period. I respond to a lot of messages using dictation because it is so fast and easy. Number 6 is Siri. While on cellular, Siri is still available and very helpful for interacting with the phone over cellular, such as responding to those messages using dictation or asking for directions to somewhere and loading a map up. Directions to Starbucks?
Which Starbucks?
And getting walking directions, I guess, because I'm looking it up on my watch. Only 26 minutes for 1.3 miles. You can make calls with Siri and so much more. Now, I wouldn't consider Siri the brightest smart assistant, but it's not bad when interacting with watchOS, macOS, or iOS apps. I find everything's very responsive and accurate in those situations. But you want to search for something, good luck with that. Number 7 is the Home app. With the Home app, you can trigger scenes and your devices right from the watch. Maybe you need to remotely unlock the door for someone, or you realize that you left the lights on. All that stuff you can access if you made it one of your favorite scenes or favorite accessories on your iPhone. I can connect to my camera from my watch, and now I'm seeing a live view of my backyard. Controlling your smart home from your wrist on cellular, potentially in the middle of nowhere without a phone, is pretty cool. Number 8 is reminders. You can continue to access reminders or create new reminders over cellular. I love reminders. I keep track of things I need to do through the day. I use it to jot down ideas, and I sync my shopping list with my wife. So if something pops into my head on a hike that I need to remember, just jot it down in reminders. Number 9 is Apple Pay. Apple Pay will work on non-cellular versions of the Apple Watch, but I think it's such a great feature that it's worth bringing up here, especially now with not wanting to have contact with certain surfaces with everything going on. It's nice being able to use Apple Pay, but if you use Apple Pay from your phone, if you have a mask on, the Face ID doesn't recognize you. The Apple Watch, you've already unlocked it because it's on your wrist. So a double tap on the side button will bring up your credit cards for Apple Pay. You select one, you stick it over the reader, no touching anything. Very convenient. I'm glad that works with or without a phone. Number 10 is the health apps. This is another one that works on cellular or GPS models of the Apple Watch. But since fitness tracking is a huge feature of the Apple Watch, I think it's good to mention it in this video so you know that you don't need your phone to take advantage of tracking your workouts, to be able to access the different workouts. Don't know what happened there. I totally lost my train of thought. Your activity app will continue to work. And track your progress throughout your day. You can use the different workouts, especially the combination of GPS is great, and the compass for running around and doing some of these workouts. On the screen now are the different apps that work on both cellular and GPS models without the phone. So you see that between the cellular and the GPS apps, you do have a lot of stuff you can do without a phone. Now, let's talk about what the big thing is missing on cellular Apple Watches. It is third-party app support. So if you listen to audiobooks on Audible, you're not going to stream those over cellular. You only can stream Apple audiobooks. If you're a Spotify user, you're not going to be able to take advantage of cellular and stream Spotify. Not having third-party apps over cellular may be a deal breaker for some people. Just something to think about if you use a non-Apple service. Another thing to think about is the cellular Apple Watch is meant to be away from your phone for a certain period of time. Apple, when they do all their battery calculations, they're not doing a full day with this thing just being completely free of a phone. They're doing mixed use. I usually use mine for about 2 to 3 hours on cellular if I'm out for a hike, but I wouldn't expect to use it for 8 hours away from my phone and still get good battery life. Overall, the Apple Watch to me is about disconnecting from the distractions of a phone, but still having all the important tools that a cell phone offers. Being able to leave the phone at home is nice. It does feel weird to not have the phone in the pocket and know your phone is on your wrist, but it also feels very freeing. To me,
Добре дошли в
The decision matrix in purchasing an Apple Watch Series 7 can be relatively simple. Do you buy the 41mm or the 45mm, or do you choose the GPS or GPS and cellular? And if you're feeling like you want to flex a little bit, you can go ahead and choose the stainless steel, titanium version, or even the Hermes. But realistically, it's the size and the GPS plus cellular you need to think about. Before we dive into this topic, let's do the standard. Hit the like button, leave me a comment.
And go to LTE mode. And if you're a household that uses the family setup, which allows you to actually monitor your kid at school and stuff like that, the LTE Apple Watch will be a good choice because they don't have to connect to Wi-Fi. You'll be able to monitor your kid at school or anywhere they are, as well as them having quick access to get a hold of you in case of an emergency. And then